Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Wargame European Escalation. Good to have you here.
Objective lies to the west, in the Netherlands to be precise. A NATO complex my Spetsnaz were assigned to seize, in which we know in detail. But let's not focus now on our final objective. We have to clear the first obstacle on our path, the Elbe River. According to our intelligence, there's only one bridge left over it, at Lauenburg, Elbe. And as with anything valuable, it has attracted the attention of several local warlords. If we can't make them see reason, we'll have to cut our way through them.
All right, we're going to cross the Elbe on our way to the Netherlands. I don't know what our final objective is. To be honest, I've never beaten this mission before, so it'll be a first here in Wargame European Escalation.
Lauenburg's current garrison refuses to see reason. However, fate offers us an opportunity. A former NATO officer turned rogue is actually besieging the city from its western bank. The Russian warlord holding Lauenburg is certainly not one to give up. If we can sneak up close enough, we could be in a position to hit and kill two birds with one stone.
Okay. Well, I do know that we can capture Jacob for 30 minutes. I remember this mission well, but have never completed it, so let's get our troops into cover then. And we're going to defend our HQ. Meanwhile, I'm also going to call out a ton of those helicopters as we have before. We got some very good Havocs with us. We also have some wonderful choppers, too, at our disposal. I think we're going to call out the larger caliber rockets here and get some of our forces together. I think I'm going to call out Mi-24s as well for their rocket pods, which should be rather useful here, as well as a recon chopper. I think we have to do this mission within 30 minutes as well. Or not 30 minutes, but a few minutes. So let's go ahead and leave one of our choppers behind. We'll get ready to push up the line and bring some tanks up, too, for security. We'll bring up some, maybe some T-64 A's for security on the other side, and then we have additional points for our attack force. We'll wait for the rest of our choppers to arrive. We'll set up those squads. Spetsnaz on the left flank. Essentially, we do need to eliminate forces on the east and west side of the banks, Pact and NATO, officers who are standing in our way, even though there was a nuke, and you'd think all these forces would be disbanded or destroyed. Seems not to be the case. All right, there's our objective to capture Jacob for 30 minutes. We'll go up there and secure that position. So essentially, we're going to push all of our way through Tatiana all the way up to Constantine, and then we're going to try to flank around this way and clear the NATO strong point over there if we can. We'll see what we can do. This mission's extremely difficult because there's lots of anti-tank and lots of anti-helicopter everywhere, so first you got to spot it before you can shoot it, and that's going to be a little bit of trouble. Looks like there's a recon unit coming our way. BRDM-2, I'd rather engage that now than rather at HQ, so let's see if we can continue to eliminate them. All right, friendly tanks coming up. Jacob is right there on the corner. We'll try to take that position, and we'll push up to the corner as well. Looks like Estrela's landing a hit there on one of our units. We'll turn and burn on that immediately. Mi-24P hit, but they stand no chance against our wonderful rockets, and there they go. Wonderful. We'll continue to hit any of those ATGM, or rather AA positions, whatever they may be. We're going to stay in the corner for now as we hide from the enemy, and we're going to gather some points for a while. Once we've captured another position, I'm going to call out some additional units, so we should be okay for now with the Mi-24Ps, Mi-24As. In fact, scratch that. I want to call out a few more Mi-24As. I think more missiles would be better than less. All right, T-64As are approaching their position. I'm going to go ahead and stop here with our UAZ. We need to hold this for 30 minutes and complete the objective in less than an hour. So we have just a few minutes to complete everything. So we'd better get in a gear right away. We're looking for any sort of enemy anti-aircraft or ATGMs that we can blot out of the way. T-72Bs and such need to be destroyed as well. Anything that we don't destroy could just go straight for our HQ, and that could be an utter nightmare. It's very easy for them to ambush us with layered defenses, ATGMs or AA on top of AA, that type of thing. So tanks are hard, but helicopters are really the only way to get through here fast enough. And this is why we've always had trouble before, is because of all those ambushes that await you. Some you can't even see until you're almost literally on top of them. Stray line unit eliminated. Good. That leads me to believe there must be another one around defending that command. And there goes our ATGMs out onto the command. And a beautiful kill. 210 points, I believe, the Havoc. That's right. We'll have to use these FOBs for rolling reconnaissance or replenishment as reconnaissance looks around. Please fire those missiles. And another Igla squad eliminated. Alright, well, we're doing it in record time. I usually I had always brought up tanks to the center. We do need to hold that position right now. So let's get some more forces up there. And let's try to hold that position. I hope we can do that. Enemy something or other firing. Oh, the F.A.Q group inside the building there. And let's go ahead and see if we can resupply at the FOB. That'll have to be quick while enemy forces are approaching. There's our Mi-24s. BTR-70As await us on the other side of the river. Lots of mobile groups there. Artillery would be useful. It looks like Jacob is now under our command. Speaking of which, I probably should bring some recon over to defend that one. Spetsnaz groups, bring them up to the front. And these guys are guarding the bridge. I'll put them over here too. We do need to defend our commands. I do need to save up some more points though, just in case. BTR-70s are now responding to our capturing of that FOB. And ATGM should be heading towards them. What the hell was that? ATGM group trying to engage our helicopters. That's why I said both were deadly. If you land, those can eliminate you as well. Looks like that force is probably responding to our capturing of Jacob. And ATGM's going to make sure that doesn't happen. Let's actually get over here so we can block them. They're stunned, so they should easily die to our main guns and our secondary guns as well. Boy, that group is getting annoying. There we go. And they'll be not able to hit a thing. Alright, T-64As are engaging them and routing. Very good. Make sure they're knocked down. I believe there's infantry in this forest, too, that will need to be on the lookout for. 28 minutes. That's how long we'll have to hold for. T-64A is still engaging. And they're firing their main and secondary guns, too. Enemy artillery flying out. We'll have to find that. Motor Streliki being engaged as they come across. Very difficult to hold with the UAZ because that artillery can one-and-done your command unit. Alright, we need to push forward. We're wasting time. Some additional helicopters would be good. Mi-24Ds with the Gatling cannon. That might be a little better call. Bring up a mixed force. The more choppers, the better. I kind of don't want to waste any more points, though. Not necessarily a waste, but spending more time here rearming is not going to get us anywhere. Motor Streliki times about almost 40 men. Actually, I think it was about 80 men. I think it was two groups of 40 there. We got to get rid of that artillery. All right, we'll leave an Mi-24A group there to cover. Oh, enemy command coming around. All right, watch those messages at the top, giving us good detail of what's happening here in this mission. Call back the Mi-28 Havocs for replenishment of their 122mm S-13s, and we'll have our command go forward. There's definitely going to be some more enemy anti-aircraft around. We need to find that. There's the enemy artillery. Multiple FOBs here. Never seen those before. And T-72s. Peons need to go. So let's go ahead and eliminate those. Mi-24 is firing ATGMs at the BRM-1K, which is a BMP command vehicle. 27 minutes is all we need to hold for. Enemy on our heels, according to our flash message at the top. Peons are, I think, 100-and-something point unit. Those are worth, 70. 70-point artillery unit. Very powerful, very inaccurate, but very accurate if they have line of sight. Looks like those were destroyed. T-72Bs are going to have to go soon. See if we can hit those. Mi-24Ds can come over and strike. Alright, we're creating a very nice wedge, and all we have to do is just keep hammering our way to the packed strong point and eliminate that other rogue packed commander. Meanwhile, I'm a little hesitant about the lack of units at base. We have BMs or BVs. The BMs have an incredible frontal armor, and I think that might be a better unit to call out here for our defense. Very expensive, but I would rather have some better units at our main base to defend that. If we lose that, that's multiple commands that are purposely sitting there. We don't want to bring them out just yet. If I go to any of the other command zones, they could try to counterattack, and that's what I'm trying to do, is cut these units out of the way. You can see how much munition it takes just to destroy those tanks. Mi-24As are engaging with their Falanga main... Oh, ATGM should get a hit here, and it does. 250 points. Very good. Alright, let's pull back with everything for the time being. Let's try to rearm before we assault one more time on that enemy position and destroy that enemy. Mortars are coming across. Good thing we... Ooh, that was good timing. Alright, let's get those tanks in gear. T-64 BVs with an incredible frontal armor, and great to block any sort of ATGMs, which they did call out. T-64 BVs not getting hit. Missiles flying around like crazy, though. We do have our commands hidden to the side nicely. Beautiful strikes on those martyrs. Oh, no, it's actually a Leo 2 there. Leopard 2. Should be panicking now, at least shaken. Miss on the BV, one of them worried. Firing back. We have double the firepower. 2 direct hits onto that Leo 2. Incredible. T-64. We really need like a T-80 at this point, which we do have. But at this point, I'm just going to hold with more guns. Nice hit on one of our vehicles. Oh, they're actually retreating now. And a Leo 1 destroyed. All right, let's get into cover, and let's continue our mission. Mi-24V attempting to stop our helicopter advance. I'm actually going to go over this direction now. We do need anti-aircraft. Actually, we need to take that out to secure our commands. But I'm going to wait until they come closer. T-72Bs are coming our way too. Okay, we need to pursue our objective over here, which is to eliminate these commands and grab that FOB. Enemy anti-aircraft there in the woods. Boys need to start firing on that right now. Friendly vehicle hit. Gatling cannon's going out. There we are. Mi-29's getting a little risky there. Or Mi-9, rather. Choppers from behind. Let's eliminate those helicopters. Really zoomed out here for this mission because of all the helicopters and air battles going on. We need to finish off enemy tanks and grab that FOB immediately. T-72Bs are coming our way. Whew, 23 minutes remaining. Tanks seem to be hidden, I think. Spetsnaz group did a good job of spotting those vehicles as they came across. FOBs are just being gobbled up like no tomorrow. And our vehicle trying to get way too close to engage. Trying to eliminate that BRDM. BRDM-2U, of course, is another, basically a motorized vehicle, just like the BRDM-2, just a command variant of this. It looks like that, except with far less explosions. Oh, enemy recon are being destroyed everywhere. The enemy just seems to be all out on attacking us right now, so we do need to set up a perimeter. Helicopter was the way to go here. I always tried to do tank and infantry and move up slowly. T-72B spotted now. Let's get those Havocs online. And let's eliminate those. Tons of ATGMs on that thing. I've been getting much better with my chopper play. Alright, Mi-9 is keeping an eye on those T-72Bs. Havoc should be able to eliminate those. Meanwhile, let's get our choppers to land and start rearming. Stay within the circle there. One T-72B going up in smoke and flame as an ATGM strikes it from the side. Enemy choppers there. We haven't lost any of ours yet, luckily. Ooh, that should have been a hit. Very close. 122mm, an incredible anti-tank helicopter, eliminating the rest of those. Beautiful. All right, let's get all of our equipment rearmed and refit. We do have a position here we can capture now at Uana, or whatever that is. Jacob, I'm still nervous about letting anything through to Jacob. It's a very shaky position right now, but we're 12 minutes in. Still a lot of time to go here. We're closing in on our objective of Constantine, but we do need to, after that, push north. I think we could probably go to Leonid, but NATO forces are kind of shaky here. They don't seem to have a really good foothold on anything. They do know we are here, though, obviously, with their call-outs from before. Good thing we found this FOB. Look at that. 2 FOBs, almost completely gobbled up by our helicopters, both in fuel and munition. Incredible. We could get additional tanks out. I don't know about... I think the T-64As are just holding nicely there. Luckily, the artillery pounding has stopped from us responding to that. I think our choppers are almost good to go. A little more time, actually, on the Ataka. So let's see. We could probably get some more Mi-24Ps up. I think that would be a better call with their 122mm missiles. We'll call out a few more of those, and we'll leave as soon as they arrive. Meanwhile, I want another Mi-9 up. Let's keep an eye over at the river. I just want to make sure nothing gets close to our commands. Mi-2s, when we get the opportunity, I'm going to capture Constantine, and then possibly fly one over to center. Actually, there's a NATO command there. Oh, and speaking of, what the hell? Oh, looks like the enemy's actually fighting each other. Looks like the enemy commander may have sent out tanks over here. And I thought that was artillery firing at us, but it looks like they're having their own battle. Well, while they're distracted, we're going to pick up the pace. As soon as those choppers arrive, we're going out on the attack again. Mi-9 not spotting anything for the T-64 BVs. There we go. Now we got to fight. All right, up and at them, boys. All right, looks like American Major Van Sant has been killed. Enemy Spetsnaz forces getting hit really hard. Oh my goodness, they destroyed one of our FOBs, which is okay. We didn't really need much of that supply as we're pushing forward. They got here a little too late. All right, let them have it, boys. Enemy helicopters, friendly helicopters rather, eliminating all enemy vehicles. Let's keep pushing up there. They'll be routed and cut out of there soon. We might need to return here a little bit, but even if we had half fobs here, that's still not enough to replenish all of our supply. Our only goal now is to push forward. Spetsnaz will be finished off here easily. And the rockets do a nice job of finishing them off. Alright, possible ATGMs in any sort of cluster of trees. I think our best attack here will be to stick far to the right to limit our fire just to the left. So we'll have the Mi-9 come up and scout. Mi-24A should be a good lead-in with their weaponry. And Havocs and everyone else can pick it up with the, oh, there we go, Shilkas. Let's have the Havoc eliminate that. We'll have the Mi-24As stick to the right. And we're just going to hold here. Hopefully the enemy doesn't try to attack us like that again while we're down. A very viable tactic to eliminate enemy choppers while they're on the ground. Much easier than when they're in the air. Oh, lucky Shilka. And double. Very nice. Very good. That's a one and done. We're definitely hoping that the enemy doesn't have any sort of ATGMs out there. Because our helicopters continue to kind of hit the ground as soon as they finish a target. ATGMs are a viable tactic of eliminating helicopters. Speaking of which, we now have ourselves a chopper fight. T-80 and a Shilka up front. Mi-24A is not so good at that, but Mi-24Ps and the Havoc might be able to do something, as well as the D with the 12.7. Or the 30mm, preferably. Mi-24Ps do have a 30mm. Where's that recon? Let's bring that up. Havocs will take out the Shilkas. The choppers will take out the helicopters. And that should be the end for the enemy's position here. Scratch that. Alright, we're just having our units fire into the trees. Alright, enemy Shilkas actually hidden in the trees nicely, even though our recon was able to get close. Whoa, everybody firing everything all at once. Mi-24s barely have any sort of missiles. Don't get close to that that T-80. Havocs are going to have to deal with that. Multiple T-80s. Alright, we'll have our units calm down a bit. I'm trying to lure those choppers out to us and eliminate that BRDM. We have to clear this whole area. Havoc's doing a nice job of making sure that that vehicle doesn't leave by destroying it, and the other choppers or other vehicles landing rockets on them. Over at Jacob, I thought I saw some movement on the map. There's definitely something there. T-80 spotted. Oh, here it is. It's the T-62M moving closer to us. And Mi-24P routing. Alright, these helicopters are on the ground. Probably best to go for the Havoc first. Friendly chopper is routing. He'll be back soon. Alright, helicopters are leaving. Alright, we need to fire missiles, see if we can get these guys. Gonna have the Havoc try to fire at the other Havoc. Hopefully they can get him with missiles. Actually, we'll have these guys fire at the Havoc. T-80s and such are pushing forward. We'll go back and rescue that other chopper later. Enemy helicopter stunned and outgunned. Wonderful. Havoc also getting hit. And the T-80's getting hit as well. Let's pull back with the Havoc. Almost a kill on that Shilka. Ah, very nice. Pull back, boys, pull back. T-80 does have a nasty machine gun on it and some very good armor. I didn't think choppers were so capable in this mission. Pulling back with more Shilkas approaching. And that enemy Havoc is still alive. Where did that chopper go of ours? He may have come back. I don't think we lost him. There he is. I think that's him there. Enemy Shilkas getting plenty of hits in. Keep a chopper back here to keep an eye on those tanks. And oh, wow. Enemy Havocs are there. Can't believe those guys are still alive. Pull Falling back with choppers. Enemy morale has collapsed. Rebel command eliminated. According to this call. Wow, enemy helicopter finally downed. BRDM is the next target. T-62M's approaching yet again from the left. We are desperately in need of supply now. That's why more choppers are better than less. We're just going to wait and see what happens down there for a second. We are critically out of supply. There's an enemy AA position in front of us. Secondary objective is to hold for another 14 minutes. It's about as much time as we have to break through here. I definitely don't want to fly back to the FOB. It's a waste of time. And we are building up our points on purpose. We have a huge pool there for good reason. Let's have our choppers just chill for a minute. Alright, well, we may as well send up our helicopters here in order to capture. So what I'm going to do is try to fly up to the FOB. Normally I would probably want to have these escorted. But we're kind of out of time for any sort of pleasantries or formalities. And my 24Ps are out. Okay, so there's there's Strelas or Iglas, I believe they're Strelas here in this tree line, and then a bunch of enemy recon right in front of us, which is going to be a little bit of a pain to eliminate with a T-62M group trying to attack us from the left flank. These choppers are going to go up and hopefully follow our paved driveway, I guess, all the way to the enemy. I'm going to try to get this Mi-9 up here. I don't think they can engage us unless we're pretty much over the ridge with those man pads, the man-portable anti-aircraft weapons that they have. T-62M1s are a little bit hesitant to attack now, it seems. They're going back and forth. And one of them has taken some good damage, and they're both shaken, so they could rout easily if they come under fire. We have Juliana over there. And also Constantine and Leonid, which I do want to capture. There were some points. Jot would be worth capturing as well, but we're down to 40 minutes. And we need to keep moving. Mi-9 doesn't see anything. Aside from an enemy. Oh boy, look at that. Most missiles are out. Incredible. It's going to come down to machine guns now. Havoc still has some missiles. I'm going to try to engage the Strela with those. Mi-9 still in position. They've got to be right there. There they are. One of them hit. They're out of missiles. It's going to come down to who can fire missiles now. My 24P having missiles. Rockets, essentially. Hold on a second. We see something movement on the NATO front. Looks like Leo 2s are coming in again. I'm going to get some more T-64 BVs up to hold that position. And maybe some Shaturms. Let's go back and watch. We may have killed whatever was there. Only one way to find out. I have to chill here for a second while we wait for the attack to begin over here on this side. That's a lot of ATGMs, but I don't want to risk the enemy even coming across here. There's no way they can cross that river, or at least we don't want them to. 11 minutes remaining on the Jacob sector. ATGM fired and... oh, enemy recon moving. Alright, fire up the tanks. T-64BV has the capability of firing its own ATGM. And a miss, with Leo 2s fleeing as well. Luke's is a good target. It's recon. Alright, we need those supplies right now. Let's gather up our force and get ready to attack. Where's the recon? Mi-9. Alright, all forces are there. Let's call them in. Alright, looks like the anti-aircraft has been all but eliminated. Yep, it's gone. Very nice. T-72Bs. Gotta get them. My 24D destroyed there with the light fire from the 72. Our boys need to fire at that. Wow, they all chose to reload at the same time with their autocannons. Come on, Havoc. Keep that 30mm going. Wow, that took way too long. Unacceptable. Horrible loss of 2 Mi-24Ps, but considering that we've cut out the enemy so deeply and I'm defending on the side, I guess maybe not so bad after all. Leo 2 is about to get hit there. It looks like we're out of ATGMs. It's fine. Defend with the main gun. Beautiful. Okay, very good. Our defense here is holding strong. Helicopters are on the way. T-62M's trying to attack us while we're down. Not too bad. I'm just disappointed about the machine gun of those T-72s, obviously knowing that it's deadly, but I was hoping that our bigger autocannons, especially those on the Mi-24P, would be a little bit bigger. The 30mm, I wish their impact was a little bit more effective. It's all good. It's war, and that's what's meant to happen. All right, we'll call out the rest of our choppers here now. I think our best probably are the P or the V, actually. Those are both pretty good. The P, of course, just has some better rockets, especially for insta-acking any sort of infantry that causes trouble. Our best is the VP, of course. That's one we really want to keep alive. But we'll call those out another time. Constantine now secure. Recon helicopter up. We're going to need a couple of flying fobs out. And Mi-26s for our chopper. Army. And those can fly along with us, too, to defensive positions. Including up in the north, where there's another enemy fob. I'm not willing to go up there yet until we've fully resupplied. All right, about a quarter of our... actually, almost half of our time has elapsed. 8 minutes on the control and center. And T-64 BVs are there. A lot of these helicopters now are basically used for our fob now, so we don't need to worry about capturing enemy positions any longer. We will need to save up for... what do we have for a support tab? Ergen, Grad... Oh, Biertino. Oh yeah, we have one that we used before that was good at clearing a town. If the enemy occupies a town, and I'll just unload on it. If they have the nerve to occupy that town, I'll take them down. But we'll see. All right, we're gonna resupply all of our helicopters now. Not too bad, not too shabby so far. The V's are gonna come up now with their 57s. Actually, the I think Mi-24As are probably better for that. I just want some basic rockets out. So we'll kind of replace some of our losses. Not too bad. At least our Havocs are alive, and that's most important. We'll have the BVs back it up then to go resupply a little bit at the fob. I kind of want to not pull them off the line, but they do need to resupply. All right, wow, look at that. The flying fobs almost resupplying our entire air wing. Let's go up here and see if we can find what's at the enemy fob in the north. Let's get the choppers there to lead a little bit. Okay, a fob there we can capture. T-62s are going to cause a constant problem, so we will need to defend that area at Constantine. Or we can just reach out and eliminate those tanks down there. However, it's going to take an incredible amount of missiles and firing and shooting forever and ever. Our fob should be able to resupply at this... our flying fob should be able to resupply and actually attack them. I can't believe an Mi-26 was selected there. So many helicopters in one place. All right, Mi-24Ds. There's got to be something around here. Break off. I bet it's in the tree line here. It's got to be something like right here, right? Or here? There it is. Kill it before it lays eggs. What is it? Is that just simply an enemy command? Oh, yes, there was a position up here. Very good. All right, we'll have the Mi-26s resupply. And we'll have our choppers proceed. All right, half of our time has elapsed. We need to hurry. Hopefully all of our helicopters have fully resupplied. We better stop there to make sure that that's the case. Mi-26s. So much going on with this chopper army. All right, we'll keep the helicopters moving along here. Constantine has been lost as I move that out of the position. We still need some points. It's interesting. This one must be landed outside the zone. Okay. All right, BVs are back online. Enemy fob has been captured. Good. Spetsnaz back in gear. Very nice. All right, no attack spotted so far. Mi-24D. Hopefully we'll land there. Mi-2D, rather. Let's keep our command helicopter here off the ground. And hoping everyone's good to go. It's looking like most of our vehicles are good to go. Okay, I'm getting real nervous. I've never made it this far before. Everything after this point is unknown territory for me for Wargame in general. So it's only going to get what I would imagine more harder. More difficult, more not good for me. I plan on bringing out Buratinos or some sort of artillery to finish off the enemy then if we can help it. I think the anti-aircraft is only going to get worse as we go along. And speaking of which, we have to cross a river now. And it looks like our forces should be able to sneak by at Jot. I'd like to go far north to center and use that as a reinforcement point to... Apparently the enemy has a strong point at Anna, rather, but they're not actually capturing that point. So there might not be enemy equipment there. What is going on? We're targeting... Enemy Leonid lost. Objective Leonid lost. Oh. Our chopper there is leaving. Oh, I thought I told him to hover. Mi-2D is an incredible risk leaving it there, but I'm willing to risk it just for the additional points. Flying fobs are ready. Shilka's there. T-80s are an even bigger threat. Incredible amount of time being taken to engage that Shilka. Kill it before it lays eggs, boys. There we go. Whew. Way too long. Fob there. Alright, keep bringing up the choppers. Flying fobs might not be needed, but I'm certainly not going to leave them behind. Mi-26s are so big that they don't actually leave the Earth, they actually just push the Earth down while they take off. Wow. There's got to be something in front of us. I'm trying to keep everything together in a blob just because I don't want to stretch my neck out too far with any sort of chopper. We'll keep the Mi-9 forward. Mi-24P is taking some hit. If we go down there, it could be AA everywhere. In fact, I'm guessing AA here or here. All right, we're just waiting to see what happens. No enemy tanks. That's interesting. There's got to be something between us and the next objective, though. There's really not anything here to defend aside from this tree line. Plenty of enemy helicopters spotted here. Showing up at the very convenient last second, the Apaches. Interesting. I've never seen that before. Wow, that was like an interesting immediate attack from them. All right, let's call up 6 Mi-24Ps. We'll need to recapture that. As that must be a very surprising last-minute attack from the Americans. They insta-act all those choppers, interestingly, with no recon. It didn't look like they had any recon whatsoever, and they were able to move in on that position and spot everything with no problem. Meanwhile, the T-72s here are able to spot our helicopter without us really even seeing it. Interesting contrast. Tanks, no problem attacking recon without real line of sight, and enemy helicopters attacking everything without anything. It's possible that the Americans know where everything is, too. Looks like they may have been actually trying to attack units in the center, so it might not be me that they were attacking. Oh, wait a minute. Their choppers are going down quickly, though, to something. Let's get those damn Apaches out of here. We'll have to call up another command to deal with their attack. Let's keep this fob over there. I mean, the command. All right, we're going to have to recapture that area to make up for that. I did not anticipate a gargantuan swarm of Apaches, but great news. We won't have to fight those over here either. Mi-9 is now routed, taking even more damage. Let's get resupplied, boys. Bring over the Mi-26s as well. All right, let's take down those Apaches. Oh, Cobras, too. Couple of multi-instax. let's fall back. The Apaches are good. And apparently have an increased range once they've acquired a target? Okay, well. Choppers over here need to repair. They're not landing. They're closing in on a routed chopper. Ah. I've had enough of that. That was some of our better helicopters, too, that I was trying to get a better gun out on. There really wasn't any better option for that. But we're trying to complete the secondary objective, so that's what's throwing us into a havoc, for lack of a better term. Mi-24, let's get the Mi-9 over here. Alright, we still have our operation in the north. We still have to capture the center. Doing so good so far. We've captured a majority of the map. And I'm repairing the rest of our wounds. Keep the Mi-26s alone up there. Isolated. Enemy is trying it again. With several units. Incredible. Well, multiple enemy helicopters down, and I don't know what they were destroying over here, but at least it was whatever was there. We won't have to clear out on our second pass-through. So that's good. Constantine under our control. And Sergei under our control. Now we just need to get one more enemy position. And we'll start bringing the pain. As soon as we capture Jacob again. Luke's being fired up by the, what is it, the Cobra? Cobra ATGM. Very nice. Alright, the enemy is now essentially blind. Unless they have some sort of a recon helicopter around that we just can't see. ATGM self-destructing there. Alright, enemy Apaches are spotted. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple rounds in them. This is our revenge for their earlier attack. We almost have enough points to go. Unfortunately, that does it for my artillery plan. But at the most, we've only lost choppers and not bigger tanks. It's very unlikely that we're going to be doing another chopper-only battle. Bucks are now getting ready to fire. Buke, I think, which means cube. One enemy helicopter down. And a little too late to run, I'd say. He's actually dipping down. We'll either attack him with the choppers or the buck, one of the two. Okay, enemy is going to be hiding around here somewhere. We need to pursue. We need to get another command out. Good thing we didn't call out an armored command at the start for all that artillery. It would have been just more of a problem. Ah, the enemy actually is capturing that position too. Wow, an instack one and done on a buck. Interesting. Interesting tactics. Alright, finishing that off. And they're fleeing. Buck ready to fire. Beautiful. Wow, a lot of lucky insta-act one and dones on that. That was crazy. The enemy having a just flying in out of nowhere, popping everything, and then just having an advantage with the Apaches and Cobras. I don't remember those being that effective like that. I will now leave our Mi-9 here with our choppers in order to defend. Good thing they attacked here rather than our initial starting point. There's no way to recover from that. So we are lucky, and we're doing great. We're going to proceed then to the west, which is where the NATO forces are obviously coming from. Buck's going back. Wow. Very interesting moments here. Oh, we have plenty of bucks left, though. I'm surprised at how much stuff we have at our disposal. Well, it's not about losing units, it's about losing all units. So, for example, we're completely out of artillery units or something like that. That's when the situation becomes dire, when you don't have anything to use anymore. Alright, units moving up to Jacob. Keep an eye on that. Well, that's good. Now we don't have to worry about enemy helicopters having to be engaged by other helicopters over here, since we already took them down. Alright, we're going to get ready to call in that artillery. I don't think we're going to have enough time to call in a lot of it. We do need to hold for another 2 minutes and 21 seconds. So let's just hold where we are. And we'll start our attack just before the hour cutoff. We have to beat it in 16 minutes with a 2-minute 21-second hold on the center at Jacob. Meanwhile, let's get the Havocs up here. And where is our recon, rather command helicopter? All right, good. ATGM's firing off. Very nice. And we'll proceed towards the FOB where enemy infantry could be hiding inside that town. Rockets are ready. Countdown continues again in the center. A hell of an objective. They were battling it out there. That's why the enemy Apaches came out of nowhere, seemingly. And an enemy Stinger team. Wasted. Good job, guys. Alright. Friendly command chopper coming up. I want to liquidate whatever the hell they have with Buratinos. I'd love to do that. Some sort of... Actually, we have Grads, too. However, they're 122. I want the big O crazy 220 millimeters of pain. Those are 150 points each, so we're probably not going to have the points for that, considering we had to recapture center, and that they still have the town under control. That'll teach them. Right, let's pull back with the command. I'm trying to do this quickly. We have limited time here. Panzer Grenadiers. Alright, let's clear the town. It's risky, but we got to keep taking risks. I don't think we're going to be really relying on choppers much from here on out. I want to rely on tanks. Chase them down, boys. Mi-2D, alright, it did capture. FOB should be under our command again. Well, hopefully they don't find these Mi-26s. Okay, we'll clear the way for the Buratinos. Otherwise known from long ago as the Brian Boitanos. Okay, we have 20 minutes left to hold. I think for me not ever completing this mission before and never ever getting close to completing the secondary objective, this is the best I've ever done. Of all my skills that I've learned over time, I've learned to give and let give when it comes to a little bit of pain sometimes. Sometimes you have to lose some units in order to gain some ground. And that's a damn good thing here. You can still see secondary, or hear secondary explosions going off. Buratinos are definitely going to be firing a lot of rockets, so let's follow the same path here. Control Jacob for 0. Good. We've controlled that for 30 minutes. Paul, Dimitri, and Nicholas. Look, we've flanked around the entire enemy. We don't have to worry about NATO's defenses anymore. I think the packed forces... Of course, we could have probably alternatively done it in the same position. Attack Paul, Nicholas, up to Anna, and then swung around to Constantine. It would have been kind of the same outcome, I would say. Van Zandt apparently was killed in battle, though, so the enemy forces are routing, even though they're still quite competent and aggressive. Interesting contradictory message. Oh, the enemy surrendered, and now they've taken our capital. That's not how surrendering works. That's not how that works. Okay, let's keep pumping in the units here. I want to see some big explosions here from the Buratinos. Mi-26s are ready to supply those. Those rockets take up an incredible amount of supply, so there's probably nothing we can do about resupplying those once it's over. Mi-24Ds are slowing down. I keep hearing secondary explosions. Mi-24Ps. It's hard to take... With all these helicopters, it's hard to make sure everyone's being resupplied. Oh, we've made a clear... Look at all the FOBs that we pretty much drained on our advance across the map. That is incredible. Just incredible. Alright. Mi-26s are ready for resupply of the Buratinos if needed. We'll call in one more. We'll let the fun begin. We'll have that recon chopper get up there first. Looks like he's refueled and ready to go. Alright, so it looks like the NATO strong point there is our first strong point. We'll go little by little. I think what we can do is if we have to clear the NATO strong point, that means all units there need to be eliminated. The best way to do that is hopefully the Buratinos target all of their anti-aircraft first, and then after that's complete, then they can target any other units. That's interesting. Anna is not under their command, yet they have a command right there hiding under a tree in a field. How adorable. Alright, well, wow. I'm so excited. I'm so thrilled. I'm so proud of myself. I've never gotten this far before in Wargame European Escalation, and now I get to experience some new missions with you. Pretty much starting from after we captured Constantine. I have no idea that the helicopters would happen or what will happen after this. I don't know if the battle will expand or whatnot. Let's call out one more Buratino, and then we're good. We're going to let that last one arrive, and then we're going to start bringing the pain. Now, obviously, we can see an enemy command there that's not well hidden. But there's got to be Anti-aircraft vehicles, heavy tanks, I would imagine. We've seen German tanks, and we've seen American oh, Roland 2. That is not good. A Leo 2A1, damn. Alright, well, luckily we've got helicopters to destroy them. Look at this, there's no way you could do this with ground forces. I would like to know how, if you could do it with ground forces. That would be incredible. But they could not move or be resupplied fast enough. There's no way. Let's get that MI9 to change altitude, to hop back up into the air. And let's take a look at what they've got out there. It'll get us a corrected shot. We don't know what's there, but we don't need to know. We'll line up these vehicles. I don't know what their range is. Damn, we'll have to be pretty much to the tree line. Let's creep up a little bit just to make sure we're safe. And let's get our helicopters ready to respond to any attacks, as well as Mi-24As in defense of our supply. Not too bad. I've only kicked at myself for the loss of the helicopters in the center and those Ps as well. But, I mean, all things considered, I've never done this before, so I'm doing better than I ever have. Not like I have anything to compare it to. Alright, Birutinos are spreading out here. Wonder if we have to destroy the FOB as well. Okay, well, we're getting ready to fire. We have 15 minutes now to bombard the enemy's positions. So we'll start one by one. Looks like we do have some corrected shots here. To be honest, I don't even know if we need a corrected shot if we're clearing an area this size. What is it over here, Anna? Well, that's a pretty large sector that we have to fire upon. But anyway, let's go ahead and make our presence be known. Oh, there's a Tunguska up there too. Oh, never mind. That's my own. Lols. Let's go ahead and close that. There we go. All right, Birutino 1 ready to fire. Birutino 2 firing. 3, 4, and 5. Certainly not hitting anything. I don't know what else we can hit. Well, Leos, there we go. We're starting to stun some weapons. No. Move up here and attack move. There we are. Wow, they're almost too accurate. They were actually too accurate. I thought their spread would be much more. Let's eliminate those Roland 2s then that are panicking. Okay, let's get the Mi-26s down here then. Birutinos weren't really that great of a call then. And there we go. Mi-24A. Oh, thank God it was that. By the Rolands. The Birutinos way too accurate. That was a problem. I shouldn't have had recon. If they would have been more spread out, we would have actually hit more targets because it wouldn't have been as condensed in one position. Wow. Okay. I guess we know that. Let's get some more points. Okay. All right, Mi-26s are coming in for resupply. Not too bad about the Mi-24. That's their punishment for failing to engage that Roland as they were requested to do. So I'm really surprised that the tanks weren't destroyed by the Birutinos either. That's really frustrating. Alright, well, at least AA is out of the way. I think we just need to level the whole rest of the spot, to be honest. I think what I want to do now is pull our recon back, actually, so we get more of a bigger spread on the area. This was actually a better call, having it more like, hopefully that'll go out of there so we can have a... Let's actually call all of our recon back. It's too accurate. It's probably fine if we're firing at a town, for example, like that. Perfect vehicle. But on something like this, we need it to be a little bit more inaccurate. I had no idea. Can they just fire? Okay, we need to pull up. We got about 12 minutes left. We have plenty of time to do this. Now I'm just kind of experimenting with the Birutino because it's such a good weapon for clearing positions if we have to do this in the future. Mi-26s chill out. Same attack as usual with the Shaturms and T-64s. Nice. Vehicle eliminated. Okay. Birutinos getting basically on top of the enemy. Well, if you're going to do a corrected shot, then do it into that tree line. Kill it all before it lays eggs. Wow. I'm really surprised with that corrected shot like that. Let's just eliminate everything. I also don't know if the FOB has to go, but whatever's there. We have no idea what's there. That corrected shot is just too good. You know, I hear stories from Wargame, Air Land Battle and Red Dragon that players, when that switched to being a napalm unit, would actually shoot at it. They would force fire next to it to get it to panic, to actually increase its attack range. Because they couldn't... You have to get it so close to where it could still fire a corrected shot. While we're firing at our own units there. Oh, finally, actually getting a nice kill. Very good. Oh, a little friendly fire, too. These things are frustrating. I thought they were going to be a godsend to clearing that position with one swoop, but, wow, I don't like those. Oh, well. Anti-aircraft from the enemy again. Leo 1A4. Ooh. This mission is a hell of a lot harder than I thought it was. Alright, fire those missiles, boys. Come on. Okay, I think we got whoever was there. Alright, let's bring the recon back. Alright, so in retrospect, no need to call up Buratinos and clear that out. The helicopters would be enough. However, the Rolands are very risky. And the Havoc, they're almost almost dead. Again, this is the best I've ever done. Or at least the furthest I've ever been. I thought we could clear this peninsula with just a absolute rain of fire, but it seems like the Buratino just all fires in the same spot. Alright, well, noted for next time. Alright, let's bring up and clear out with the choppers. And actually my first, like, friendly fire kill, too. Wow, a lot of firsts here today. First time getting far in this mission. First time derping out on some artillery. And the first time I have realized that the Buratino, I assume the reason why the developers changed it to be napalm is because its destructive power is super powerful in a confined area. So you can definitely kill pretty much anything with an enemy tank like that, or an enemy well, it's basically mounted on a tank. All right. Apparently the NATO strongpoint has been cleared, even though there's units still within it. Leo 1A4s. What a mess! Oh, the dreaded mission that I've never been able to complete has been completed. I am so proud.
That will give us a head start on our pursuers.
All right. We'll get everyone across. My God. We did it. We did it. So proud of myself. Finally. All right. Well, we got the secondary objective done. Wow, look at all those kills. Holy crap. All right, guys, I'm going to go take a break. It's been a long day, so I'll see you all next time. Thanks again for your support. Again, if you want to see more of this, click or tap that like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.